Hello and welcome to the Edges of Earth. My name is Brock. Today I am out exploring in Turkey. I just arrived in Turkey. I came from Greece on a boat. The boat has started apparently after 2 years of no border crossing through the boat because of the virus. Now it is open, so it's super convenient. Today I'm in a place called Marmaris, and basically all I'm going to do is walk along the seashore, I guess, along the coast. Now one thing I've noticed is there are just a million boats. I'm guessing a lot of them are tours. Right now I'm looking for breakfast. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock in the morning. Today is going to be a high of 29 Celsius. It's pretty hot. I'm already sweating. I don't really know anything about this area other than I'm here. So I stopped at a restaurant called Anatolia. It didn't look like the cheapest place in the world, but I'm hungry and I really don't feel like walking everywhere to find a cheaper place. So here I am. I got green tea. They didn't have the traditional Turkish tea, so I ordered that, and I ordered a traditional Turkish breakfast without tomatoes. I'm not a big tomato fan. Just gotta wait for it to come. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And yours?
Huh?
And yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The first thing I noticed is this has got to be the smallest breakfast I've ever had in my life. You get a pile of bread and a couple pieces of cheese, a mountain of tomatoes, which I did not want. Olives are something that I would never put in my mouth. And so basically I get an egg, a slice of meat, a slice of cucumber, a pile of jam for my bread, and another pile of jam for my bread, and butter. Basically I have cheese and butter for breakfast. So basically in the last 6 years of traveling the world, this goes down as the worst breakfast I've ever had. Ever. It was just nothing. It was just $10 for bread, butter, cheese, and jam, and that was it. So basically the ratio was off, so I literally had to eat piles of cheese for breakfast. So as far as you can see, there are just tours after tours, boats after boats. It's unbelievable. I've been walking and walking and it just doesn't seem to end. One thing that I have noticed is all of the signs, none of them have prices, so that's kind of annoying from a Western perspective. I want to see where you're going, what the tour is, and how much it costs, but I'm guessing it's designed specifically in a way to prevent that because they want you to go and ask so they can convince you to go. And so when you say, no, it's too expensive or something, then they would negotiate and try, and that's just, ugh, I hate that form of marketing. I absolutely hate it. Yuck. I want the price and a destination, and then I will go buy it. So I just came from this way. It looks like there are just even more boat tours that way. And if you cross the road, there's a grand bazaar. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if it's open. Let's go look. Wow, so I got sidetracked for like an hour and a half. There was a man hovering a drone on the street, and so I had to stop and ask a question. He didn't speak English, but the guy next to him did. He says, I can help you translate. What do you need? I was asking him about drone things in this part of the world. We just kind of started talking and talking. An hour and a half later, I finally said, hey, I gotta go. Just a wonderful human being. I highly recommend that if you come to this town and you're looking to go on a tour, the most honest, trustworthy, helpful, nice, kind human being is in that building just right back there. So definitely Google that and send your business to that shop. Just a wonderful human. So I'm probably gonna go back there tomorrow to buy a ticket to go on a boat to go to another city. Rather than going on a tour and coming back and then taking a bus to go to a different city, I will just get on a boat, go on a tour, and then just get left in that new city. I think that's probably what I will do tomorrow. I'm not sure. Anyway, now I'm just kind of walking over here. There's like a park over here. Definitely not gonna play in the park, but I don't know, I'm still exploring. Everywhere you go, there are just tons of people selling tours and tours and tours, so it's kind of cool. The frustrating things is that they don't have prices, so that's kind of weird. You kind of have to talk to them for them to give you a price, which is not really ideal. but I guess that's how they do it here. So I really haven't talked to many people. But there's literally a lot of cool stuff that you can do here, a lot. I mean, you can go parasailing, you can rent a private boat, a paddle boat, go fishing, you can pretty much do everything. There's tons and tons of things that you can do here. If you like adventure, this is definitely a place to come. Another cool thing here is the biking system. So if you want to rent a bike, I guess you just pay for it here. And
somehow it scans and then you can rent a bike. I don't know how it works. Looks like it's all built through QR codes. That's really cool. So you can go on a little biking adventure and come back, or drop it off at a different location like this. Not sure. Cool concept. So now I'm kind of on my way back to the hotel. I have to check out pretty much right now, and I have to go to a different hotel. Unfortunately, this room I couldn't book for 3 nights, only 2. And now that I want to extend, I have to go to a different room. It'll be another 20-minute walk. I gotta pack, do another 20-minute walk with these huge bags and the heat, and then I have to check into my new place. One thing I really like about this place so far is you have a place to walk, plus you have a bicycle path, plus you have the street. Everything is organized perfectly. I mean, there's no fighting for the right to walk, for the right to ride your bicycle, or the right to drive. Everyone has their own perfect little space, and it makes it super convenient. Back there I just seen my very first fig tree. Figs are probably one of my favorite fruits. I think they qualify as a fruit ever. They're so good. And here they're just growing wildly in the middle of the park, and they're just falling to the ground. So I checked out of my other place. I made it to my new place. Over here we have a bathroom. We have the bathroom. In here is my bedroom. Something like that. And out here is the living room. Nice little kitchen, little eating space, and a little balcony out there. That's pretty much it. And this costs, with tax and everything, I think about 16 or 17 US dollars a night. I don't know exactly how to cross the road yet. I don't know if I wait for cars or if cars wait for me. I have no idea. I'm still learning. So the view here is particularly beautiful. The mountains are over here, the boats, there's a lot of people parasailing. Tons of chairs that you can rent, and basically if you walk this way there are a ton of restaurants.
How are you guys?
Hello, hello. Many of these places have signs, which is interesting, and they all basically say the same thing. The beds are free. You just sit on a bed, and then service will come to you, so you actually don't need to pay for a bed. You just go and hang out, and as long as you kind of buy food or drinks, you're good to go. My God, I've been walking and walking and walking. I'm wearing a shirt and my pants and socks and shoes, and I must say I'm really, really hot. Half the people here aren't hardly wearing anything. The men are wearing shorts, the women are wearing bikinis, and I just looked at Google Maps, and it turns out that I'm like literally halfway to wherever the end is, and it's hard to film. I have to be selective where I film because the music is so loud, and you know how YouTube works. I'll get like copyright infringements or something like that, or a strike. So anyway, the view is just amazing. Everywhere I go, it looks like this. Every single cafe or bar or restaurant or hotel, they're all unique. They all have their own little micro culture. It's a cool little vibe, that's for sure. So after walking for a while, the party feeling kind of disappeared, and now you have more of like a relaxed environment with families sitting out in front of their hotels. Definitely a different feel in this part. Anyway, I'm still walking. Eventually, everything will run out and then I have to turn around. So I made it all the way there. At the very end, there's something called Dolphin Park. There's dolphins, a swimming area. Not really interested, so I turned around and came back. I don't know what else to do. I can't really go swimming wearing all this, unless I swim in my underwear. That might get some attention. I don't think I can do that here. I think I'm gonna look for a place to grab a drink. Here looks nice, maybe? I just gotta find a place without a lot of music. This was a first in my life. There was a man walking directly past me. He must have been 55 years old, a bit overweight, wearing a Speedo, which is fine, but he had a t-shirt like this tucked into it. He tucked his t-shirt into his Speedo. So as he passed, it took all of my energy to basically not laugh. Back there, a couple of buildings, there was... Huh? Oh, hello. So back there, and a couple of buildings ago, their advertisement out front was, come at night, and there'll be a drag queen performance. That was interesting. No thanks. And then 5 more minutes of walking. There was another one. If you buy shots, you get a free male belly dance. I just can't get that thought out of my head. Not interested. Sorry. I still haven't stopped to get something to drink. I do this in every country where I just walk. And I just want to keep seeing and looking and touching and smelling, and I don't know. So I haven't stopped. I'm so thirsty, I can barely talk. My lips are like sticking together. I really need to stop somewhere and get something to drink. Amazing. Thank you. Do you have Wi-Fi? Can I use Wi-Fi?
Ibrahimovic, Laborita Beach.
No, not that one.
Not that one. I don't know. For you.
La Bonita Beach. When did you came here?
Yesterday.
For how long you are here?
2 months.
2 months.
Yeah. I just came from Greece
Yeah.
for 1 month, and then I was in Albania for 1 year.
You do
Yeah,
work.
I go everywhere.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fun. It's fun. It's expensive, but it's fun.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What is your favorite thing to do in this town?
Jeep safari.
Jeep.
Jeep safari.
So I just ordered a massive glass of peach tea, I think, iced peach tea. Oh, so good. I literally felt like the liquid going from my stomach to every cell in my entire body. So that was nice. I was very thirsty. I'm still thirsty. I need more. I talked to the man. He also sells tours there, and he says, there's a couple more tours here, like a horse tour. I'm not a big fan of horses, but it does look kind of cool. Basically, he says, you go in the mountains. A bus brings you to the mountains, and then you get on horses, and then you walk through some trails, some cool scenery. I might do that. I have to go back tonight. I have to verify some things. Anyway, that might be a thing I'll do tomorrow. So I stopped for a late lunch to grab some salad and a beer. Sometimes I forget that I'm a vlogger and I show you things with my camera. So I ate the salad before I showed you. But hey, the beer is nice. So now I'm on basically the other side of this town. I'm looking for an ATM. I need money to buy the package from the horse guy. But there's one bank, HSBC, that they don't charge a fee. The other banks, they do. In fact, yesterday I withdrew money. I wanted to take out like $100. It was $10 US for the fee just to pull out my own money. That was insane. So there's another bank called HSBC. They don't take anything. So I have to search for this. There's many of them in this city, but when you go to them, they don't exist. It's just wrong on the map. But there's one up here, so I have to walk a very, very, very long way. And then after I get the money, I have to go all the way the hell back to go pay the man. I almost forgot to tell you, I posted it on Instagram. Craziest thing I ever seen, ever. So I don't know if you knew, many years ago, I hope many years ago, in England, parents would put their child on a leash, like a dog, and walk them around. Like the children just couldn't go anywhere because they're attached to like a body leash like a dog. And so they couldn't run away or anything. Swear to God, a British lady, I was walking past, I know she was British because I could hear her talking to her child. Swear on my life, this kid was probably close to about 6, maybe 5. He was on a human leash. A human leash. That's a thing, apparently. I had no idea that was still a thing. So it's about 7:15 p.m. I think I'm calling it an evening. I had to go all the way to ATM, which was close to the original tour shop that I was at this morning. I went back there and I bought the horse ticket through him instead of going all the way back that way. Hopefully the other horse guy isn't angry at me, but I don't know. I like this shop. They're very, very friendly, very nice, very honest, so that's a very important thing to me. That's pretty much it for today. I am going to go home, take a shower, take like 2 showers. I am so hot and sweaty. Oh my God. I like the place. It has an interesting vibe. Yeah, there's a lot of fun things to do in this area. There's more tours that I want to go on, but I just don't have enough time. Oh my God, I don't want to hit this little girl. Anyway, that's it. Gotta go. Thank you all for watching. Remember, your time is running out. Start living. Take care.